Today on the show, we're going to be diving into Rockstar's latest GTA 5 Online update and reviewing the 6 vehicles that have been reintroduced to the game for purchase this week. Inside of this video, I will give you guys a detailed rundown of all of their performance metrics, like top speed, braking, handling, acceleration. Plus, we'll also explore some special features and fun facts about these cars if there are any. So welcome back to another Removed Vehicles guide in GTA Online. I cover these every single week, and so if you're a fan of vehicle videos in GTA, then this type of series and this channel is definitely for you. And with that being said, let's get started. So jumping in, I just want to make it clear, we do actually have 4 vehicles that have been reintroduced to the game this week that are on discount. I had my discounts buyer's guide yesterday, but I figured I'd save these for the removed vehicles since they're also removed from in-game websites. And then 2 of them, which we'll discuss at the end, are also removed vehicles that are featured back this week, but they aren't on discount. So let's jump in here. We do have 40% off the Benefactor Sterling GT, and this car in the game honestly gives you a really nice balance between excellent acceleration and a pretty decent top speed, I'd say, kind of situating it between mid to high-end sports classics vehicles in GTA 5. It has amazing handling, which is going to be more like a modern sports car, honestly, than the rest of the sports classics counterparts, and it also has substantial grip, and it has minimal oversteer, except, of course, when you apply too much speed and you try and carry that around a corner. Now, it is very durable against impacts, which is also great if you're a beginner to the game, and overall, I'd say the Sterling GT excels in the sports classics category, particularly on twisty tracks and twisty roads. Statistically, the Grand Tourer coupe design of the Sterling GT is going to be inspired by that Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, with body features also reminiscent of the 300 SLR. Now, jumping into the next one, we also have 40% off the Benefactor XLS. This vehicle was discounted at the end of March, so it wasn't too long ago when we saw it, but it is another really good all-wheel drive SUV in the game. It performs good enough on-road and off-road due to the traction that you get from it being all-wheel drive, and it also offers, I would say, acceptable enough acceleration and a higher top speed compared to typical SUVs, similar to the Grizzly if you've driven that vehicle, but the XLS is going to be faster. It does have a little bit of body roll around turns, but the suspension is going to be good, and so you're not going to really roll over all that much when you're driving around a turn really fast. It is going to be influenced by that Mercedes-Benz GL class, notably the GLS 63 AMG, and funny enough, it appears that Rockstar basically reused the Bravado Grizzly's body model, and then all they did was change the headlights around with the Benefactor XLS to make it its own new vehicle. So when it comes to owning this car, of course, the armored XLS is going to be the one you could spawn through the CEO vehicles menu, in which case I'd say you don't really need to pick up this normal XLS if you want to drive one of these in the game, because the armored one is just flat out going to be better, and you can spawn it basically as long as you're a CEO. Now, we also have 40% off the Benefactor Shafter LWB. This is a vehicle that's a modified version of the beloved Shafter sedan. The original Shafter, sort of like we talked about when comparing it to the Shafter V12 the other day, is renowned for that exceptional performance and the nimble handling. With the long wheelbase variant, you get a more unique driving experience. Because of that longer wheelbase, you're going to have a slightly higher top speed, but that comes at the cost of reduced acceleration, and handling is also going to become less responsive, and the wider turning radius that you get can also pose some challenges during sharp turns. So whether you opt for the long wheelbase version like we just talked about, or the original Shafter for impressive acceleration, top-notch cornering capability, and overall it just being a standout vehicle, that's going to depend on your priorities here. If straight line speed is your aim, the LWB is appealing, but for quick acceleration and agile handling, the standard Shafter or even the discounted V12 that was also in the game this week, those remain a top choice here as well. We also have 40% off the Benefactor Feltzer. This is going to be one of the main vehicles today. I think players have been waiting to see return for a limited time to one of the in-game vendors. I've seen so many comments from players requesting that Rockstar bring this car back, and for good reason too. It's an extremely hot looking car, but we just had it about a month ago featured back in the game, so it may not be that special to players anymore, although I bet a few missed out in April when it returned, so definitely make sure to pick it up this week if you have not already. Now, the Benefactor in this game, or the Feltzer I should say, it's rear-wheel drive, and it's a sports car. It offers quick acceleration, and it is considered a top drift car due to that back-heavy build and the responsive suspension you get with it, but it is going to have a lower top speed and really just average acceleration compared to other newer sports cars, but it's going to have poorer braking, but higher traction. Now, the design of this car also resembles that Mercedes-Benz SL65 AMG series. The Feltzer setup is also going to make it more prone to losing control around corners if you're not careful, so you really have to watch it when taking high-speed turns. But what sets the Feltzer apart, though, is the extensive customization options. You get this really cool wide-body kit applied automatically, you get a bunch of selections for sports hoods, carbon fiber parts. Basically, you can personalize this entire car to reflect your unique style in the game. So honestly, I think that you should definitely pick it up this week. Now, in addition to that, we do have the Benefactor Serrano. This vehicle isn't discounted, but it is featured back here in the game for a limited time. It has really swift throttle response, and it's got an impressive top speed. The design inspiration for this vehicle is drawn from the Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG Roadster, which is going to be particularly evident in the main body, of course the hood, the side contours, as well as the cabin area. And despite its quickness in the game, honestly, it's pretty sizable, and the steering characteristics may lead to a little bit of oversteer, but it's not something you really are going to have a challenge on mitigating. It can maybe be a little bit difficult to handle at high speeds, but a lot of the time it's just fine. In comparison to that Schlagen GT, which also echoes the aspects of the Serrano's design, you're definitely going to get a more stable handling experience, but of course I think this car is honestly really good as well, and you should definitely pick it up. And then finally, we also have the Benefactor Streeter. Now with this car, given its off-road oriented design, the Streeter's performance falls far below when compared to its class peers, primarily due to that increased weight that you get and the reduced top speed as the inherent trade-offs that are the most obvious, I'd say. And despite its durability, which is going to be good for crashing and off-roading, it's not really an ideal choice for competitive racing or even off-road rally cars, because the Obey Omnis and the GB200 can easily outpace the Streeter, so it doesn't really fit into any category really well. Additionally here, the vehicle does lack robust ramming capabilities of specialized off-road vehicles like, say, the Camacho or even the Insurgent, so that's going to limit the utility for traversing uneven terrains even further here. But overall, I'd say it offers good stability, and it's less prone to flipping if you're careful, so it's a decent enough choice for navigating like off-road landscapes just to kind of have fun, but it's not like a top on-road or even off-road vehicle. Overall though, I'd say we have some pretty solid choices for removed vehicles this week. I try my best to be as honest as possible in these reviews, so let me just say, when I went on and purchased some of these vehicles that I didn't own yet, despite me maybe reviewing some of these cars a little bit harshly, I think they're all pretty decent at what they're supposed to do. So with that being said, hopefully you all enjoyed the video here today, and if you did, hopefully I earned your like on it. And of course, if you are new to my channel and you want to stay up to date with all the best GTA Online, Red Dead Online, and Rockstar Games content, then please consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss out on a single thing we post here on the channel. We consistently talk about updates, news, information, tips, tricks, and even leaks, and we will keep you guys updated here on my channel daily, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you'd also like to follow me over on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected with me outside of YouTube, and you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on those platforms. You can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of my social media links can be found in my description box down below this video. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your day and rest of your weekend, and I will see you guys in the next GTA 5 Online video. Adios, amigos.